But okay, so this just came out. Timothy Chalamet, lots of Dunes, Zendaya,
Oh my god, the
huge budget.
Dunes.
What was
Jeez.
their budget? Do you know?
I think it was like I wouldn't be surprised if no. Actually, I think it isn't that big, and people. Well, it's still pretty big, but it wasn't as big as people think. And then yeah, people are like, "How is Dune made for this much?" When Marvel movies are like, I think it was like 150 or something like that, and Marvel movies are usually like a lot.
Because the cast alone is like pretty loaded, so I was like, damn,
Yeah.
they must be paying like they must have a huge budget. But yeah, what were your thoughts on Dune 2?
Holy crap! Okay, I'm just gonna go with my negatives first because everybody's praising it, so I just might as well do
Right.
negatives first.
Okay.
Michael said, "Wait, Twitch screen, real quick."
Wait, what?
Something with the Twitch screen. I should be in Twitch
Oh.
too, so I'm gonna go look.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
Okay,
We
we're
were
good.
just a little. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna start with negatives first because why am I good? Okay. Sorry. My negatives were I loved the first one. Yeah, even I think when we did the episode for the first one, I was like, it's a 4. If I did halves, I'd give it a 4.5. I gotta always say that, yeah. But then as I thought about it, and I was like, I thought it was recency bias, but like as months went by and like a year passed, I was like, no, it's a 5. I love that movie. I thought it was really good. Like, I think I even said at the time, like, this is probably what people like thought Star Wars felt like when Star Wars came out, and I loved that first one. So this one going in, I actually had really high expectations. Like, there's no way they can mess it up because everybody's saying it's better than the first, and I love the first one. But actually, there are some parts that are dipping for me. I think it's just
Really?
because I think it's just it was when they introduced the villain, Austin Butler, and I was like, I don't know, it felt weird introducing a villain halfway through the movie. I feel like they should have just done that at the start, and then we could get right into the good stuff with Timothy Chalamet and just the rest of the movies, all that. But I think it still worked. It's fine. It's not like made it a worse movie, you know. It's just like for me, it just felt in an odd place, but it's not like it was bad. Because it was still really good scenes too, though. But so that it dipped for me there. It dipped again when it was right after actually when we see Josh Brolin again, his like commander guy.
Yeah, Loki, I forgot. I was like, who is he again?
Because
But
then when he showed up, I just knew I was like, okay, we might as well just hurry this along. We know he's not gonna die. They're just gonna meet again. And that scene felt a little bit long to me. But again, it's nothing that crazy because he's gonna complain about like more movie when like it was good. It's still good stuff. It was a good scene. Right. That was the part with like the mine and the mine like flew to the thing and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So I think those were my only two negatives. I think the ending was supposed to feel abrupt, like kind of like it just ends. It felt weird a little bit, but it still works. And it's also because I feel like they're trying to do a Godfather thing. It felt a lot like the first Godfather, in my opinion, where like Timothy Chalamet is like rising the ranks. He doesn't really want to, and then Don Corleone, and then that's pretty much what they do.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good comparison, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because people make Godfather comparisons all the time, so it's kind of like Iroh, But this one actually, I see it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I was like the opposite of you, kinda, because I did not like the first
you did
one
not
as
like
much
the
as
first
you
one,
did. I don't remember what I gave it. I think probably like a 3 or 3.5.
Probably 3 or 3.5, yeah.
Something like that. But so I did not have super high expectations going into it. I was like, oh, cool, more Dunes, whatever. But it actually blew me away. I think the biggest difference was like there's a lot of like setup in the first one and like world building, which get. You got to do it.
It was legit more story this time because the first one it was slower, much slower because it was legit just world building, and I think that's why I liked it a lot because
that's why
I like
didn't
that.
like it.
Yeah, because just like the detail and like how specific everything is, it feels real.
Yeah,
I like that. And this one is just straight up more story, like legit
straight story, and it's great because they had to do that type of build up to have the second one be like this strong. So I get it, like it's really good though. Way better than I was expecting, man. The dunes look great. There's one scene that's I
like how we're sprinkling these Dune comments.
It's just it has to be said, the dunes look great. They look Duney. Anyway, speaking of the dunes, there's that one shot of like I'm not gonna explain the context of it, but like it's half dune, half ocean. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That it looked really sick on screen, and I was like, wow, like this is sick. Usually I don't really get carried away with the visuals too much, but that was I don't know, it was sick to me.
Oh,
but
with that said, there was one
yeah.
part that I was like, that stuck out to me too. It looks so good. The part where he was like walking and he's like, Lisan Al Gaib, and he's in the southern part.
Yeah.
And then like it's a super wide overhead shot, and they all look like sand. And then you just see Paul walking, and then he's like breaking apart. It's like,
Oh
that
yeah,
shot
yeah,
was
yeah.
really awesome.
That was
Yeah,
a
I
sick
love
shot.
that.
I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And what did you think of his like performance overall? Because like I
Dude.
think I heard some people like, or maybe it was you saying like, or not you, but like you heard from somebody that he was like kind of too, or like he's small, or I can't remember.
Oh,
what the comment
feminine,
was.
yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that was like James Cameron and the director of this movie, Denis Villeneuve, talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
But
yeah, it works for the movie though. Like that's what they're saying. It's good that he's a little bit feminine, because there's that whole the Bene Gesserit and like their whole thing.
Yeah, and I
But
thought
with that said, his performance though overall is crazy.
really
'cause I don't think people understand, like, he has to be this, like, he has to seem like this powerful, like, really strong person, and he does. By the end of the movie, he is kind of like a scary guy, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple other like what did you think of the way that they handled fight scenes in general in this movie? Because
I
like
thought
they
the fight
did
scenes were...
they kind of like I felt like they were like summary fight scenes. They didn't really dig in the way like say a Marvel fight scene does of like we're gonna punch each other for like 30 seconds. It was kind of like it got to the point. I feel like
exactly,
which I liked for the story.
Yep.
But what did you think?
Oh yeah, I liked it a lot. This movie does that a lot, where it just has in general really good scenes alone. Like, I think that's why it's so good, because the scenes themselves, there's so many good moments in this movie that you can just remember and pick out, and the fight scenes are included in that too, which is interesting because it's actually really different from the first one in that way. Like, even though it's a part 1, part 2, they kind of feel like really different movies, even though they're the same story.
Yeah. I don't remember any like fight scenes or anything good action wise from the first movie. Really,
I'm sure there were, but like nothing sticks out to you like this movie does.
yeah, exactly.
Well, like that was like probably the main one. The first one, the ending, was that 1v1.
Oh, the 1v1. Yeah.
That was good. I rewatched the first one, and that fight scene was really good. Yeah.
One that I think they could have done better in this movie was the oh my god, what's his name? Bald guy. Drax.
Yeah. Dave Bautista. I forget his name in the...
Thank you. But
Raban.
the way he died...
No, that's Uncle. Sorry.
Oh, the way he like they killed him off was like he just got one shot, like
he did.
At least gave him a little bit of like.
I think that
epicness.
scene itself just felt like a little wrap up too. Like they could have took it out, but they kind of needed to wrap up their little story.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin and Bautista, but yeah.
Could have gave a little bit more like time of day,
His character turn was awesome though, because like in the first movie he's like the scary guy.
Yeah.
Oh man, and this movie he like he's whole. But the movie does it really well though. The way they set up Muad'Dib and like, oh yeah, it's so good. It was really good.
Yeah, that just like throughout the way, like kind of the contrast between like these people think that it's a religious thing, but along the way like he knows, oh, this is happening because of this, because I'm this, or this is my mom trained for this, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's all like explained like that. I really like that aspect too. Yeah, I don't know, that blew me away to be honest. Much better than I was expecting. Is it your movie of the year so far? I know it's early, but
I mean, yeah, technically it's like nothing like really reaches it. Even I was thinking about it, like if we do a top 10, like, should we even include it? Because it's like a given, It's like, duh, it's gonna be there. So, like, I was like...
Yeah.
Because under it is Lisa Frankenstein. I don't think you watched it. Because that movie was really good, too. But it wasn't on this level, But, yeah, this movie was crazy.
Yeah. What are you giving it out of 5?
So, it's funny, because last time I was like, 4 out of 5, but it became a 5.
Yeah.
Right now it's a 5, but I'm thinking it might be a 4.5. But it's a 5. Like, it's just a really well-made film. Like, I think that's, like, nobody can deny that. It's just crazy. Like, we've been talking about what's a modern masterpiece, like, something people will be talking about decades from now. Like, I think this is one of them, like, to be honest. It might be recency bias, but I don't think so. I think this is legit is one of them.
Yeah.
The director is on a crazy streaker now. He did Arrival. Did you ever watch on Amy Adams? Like, there's, like, the aliens. They have to, like, figure out how to talk to them.
Yeah, I don't remember if
that
I
movie is
watched
crazy
it all
good.
the way.
But the director did Arrival, Prisoners, the Hugh Jackman one where his daughter got
Okay, I definitely
taken.
watched that one.
Sicario,
That was really
I
good.
didn't watch Sicario, but I heard that's really good too.
Yeah, I heard good things about it, but I haven't watched that one.
And then Blade Runner 2049. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Woo. If they nail the third
yeah.
one, like this is, he has to. They have to stick the landing to like make it, bring it home type
All
of thing.
time,
I feel like,
yeah.
but the trilogy, there's potential, bro. There's potential there. Yeah, it's a 5 out of 5 for me too, man. No notes, nothing I could change to make that a better movie, other than that little like couple of things. But like, man, it's just something you got to see. I think. I don't know.
There's so many scenes that are so good. I just remember like. The peak of it for me was probably right before when they introduced Austin Butler and the villain, the bald people. But like, right before that was when he rode the worm.
Oh yeah,
I was just like
that whole scene was like really sick, bro.
I was just like, damn, this movie is so freaking good. Because before that point, it was all good scenes before that too. It just kept building up and up, and I was like, holy shit, like this movie is so freaking good.
Yeah, that and when he's like goes on the stage when they're in the South. And like literally just yells at them, and they're like, "Oh my god, he's him!" that scene, Timothy Chalamet is really good in that scene too.
Yeah, it's so weird because he's such a good actor. Like I said, he's like really good. He's one of the greats. Even like when I first saw Call Me by Your Name, I was like, damn, how did he not get the Oscar for that? Yeah, that dude, he's crazy right now, and it's so weird seeing him in public because he's so awkward and weird. He's like our age, and he's like but. His acting though is insane. Like he's talented.
Yeah, for sure. Man, you got anything else on this movie? I mean,
I know. I feel like we didn't do it justice. We got to talk about it a little more.
I know. I don't know what else to say though.
What about that? Oh, you're the 1v1 guy. What do you think of the end fight? Because I thought that was.
It was pretty good. I don't. I guess the way the fights were going in general in the movie, like, I didn't put like. Too high stakes on it, I guess, or I don't know. It didn't feel like the same epicness as like a Marvel movie, I guess. But I was like pretty invested at that point, and it's so funny it's good that they give it like the hint of like, oh, he might lose, but then when he finally wins, his hype man being
Lisa
that shit made me laugh so hard, bro.
I know. Yeah, and then I texted you that too. Yeah, it's like it's really funny. Like I remember like laughing at it, but I slowly realized like he's kind of like the reason all this shit happened though.
Yeah,
it's like it's kind of fucked up.
I think he might be low key like, oh man, he might be my favorite character, man. That guy. I can't remember what's his name in the movie. Like
Stilgar.
Oh yeah, Stilgar. Yeah. Dude, he's so. The ultimate glazer, bro. I don't know if I've ever seen that much glazing of another character.
I know that first one was so funny too, where it's like, Release Gabe will be too humble too. that first one was like, my audience laughed. I was like, oh yeah, damn.
Be too humble to say he is that. Like, oh my god, it's so funny. But yeah, man, it's such a it's such a good theater watch too.
Yeah.
If you're waiting for it to go on like, I don't know, Max or whatever,
this is like the best way to watch it with the audience.
If you're gonna go to the theater, go to the theater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's probably the best way to do it. Yeah. I don't know. Shall we move on?